He's a Formula One world champion with Braun GP. But Jenson Button's thoughts this weekend will be on winning the constructor's title for McLaren Mercedes along with Lewis Hamilton. He sat down for a chat with me. Take a look.
So Jenson, welcome to India. Looking forward to the Indian Grand Prix. You've had a taste of the track last season. What are you expecting from this weekend?
Well, first of all, it's good to be back. You know, this was a race last year that was new to us, but also really exciting, and it was my first trip to India. And I loved it. You know, I had a great race, finished second. So my whole experience here in India was great last year. So coming back, looking forward to a bit more of the same. Also looking forward to some good food. That's something I really enjoyed here last year. I love my spicy food and spices, so I'm looking forward to that. So 4 or 5 days here before our big race, which hopefully we're going to be on the top step of the podium.
Focus will be on the constructor's title. That's something you'll certainly want to win. It's Lewis said, you know, he's been at the team since 2007. The team hasn't won it, so certainly that's going to be, considering the Drivers' Championship is now out the window. That's something that the team will really be going, you know, hammer and tongs at.
Yeah, we will be, but it's not going to change our racing in any way. You know, we always go out there to win, and that's going to be the aim here in Buddha. And a championship is important to us, but the race victories is also very important. You know, the emotion that brings winning a Grand Prix. You know, the adrenaline's pumping. You cross the finish line first, check flag. Everyone goes crazy for that. So that's something that we want from this weekend, and to do it here as well. You know, such a sort of vibrant city, and with a lot of, hopefully with a lot of fans and spectators at the circuit, we can really celebrate it with everyone.
If I can go back to your time at Braun when you won the world title, that must be your proudest moment as a driver.
Winning the world championship, yes, something I've worked towards since I was a kid. So yeah, you know, that was a very special moment, especially considering where I was 1 year before with the team. The team didn't exist. So yeah, very emotional moment, and one that I'll remember forever.
You said, you know, how you grew up watching McLaren. Would a world title with this team mean maybe that little bit more, considering you grew up, you know, watching these guys race in a McLaren?
I don't think any.
Maybe from an emotional point of view, not maybe a real point of view, but an emotional point of view, perhaps it would mean a little more. Do you think?
No, it was pretty emotional winning with Braun. You know, a team that didn't exist the winter before, and a team I'd been with for so many years. So to win with those guys, that was very emotional. So I don't think it'd be more emotional, but it would be as emotional, yes.
Who do you think will be the biggest rivals, the biggest challengers for the podium on the weekend?
Red Bull and Ferrari, and possibly Lotus.
Surprise Lotus, perhaps?
Well, the thing is with Lotus, all year they've been very strong. And there are so many races where I've said they're going to win a race, they're going to win this race, and they don't. I think the last couple of races for them have been more difficult. You know, in terms of development, I don't think they've developed at the same rate as us or Red Bull and Ferrari. So it's a bit more difficult for them. But for us, our competitors are Ferrari and Red Bull. You look at the last race, it's exactly how it was. So Red Bull are on a winning streak, difficult to beat, but all good things come to an end, they say. So hopefully that will be the case for them this weekend.
The next season, the British Dream Team, as some called it, with you and Lewis, will be broken up. Lewis will be moving away. You have one of the talented drivers from F1, Sergio Perez, joining you. How do you rate him as a driver? You know, you've watched him this season.
I was very close to him at the last race as well, at turn 1. When we hit each other, well, he hit me. Our relationship's good. I mean, I don't know Sergio very well, or Sergio very well. But he's quick. I mean, he's had some great results this year. And his second year in Formula One, he's been on the podium 3 times, I think. So he's done a very good job. He seems intelligent. It seems like he wants to learn, and those 3 things are very important in Formula One these days. So I'm looking forward to working with him.
You know, most people perceive F1 drivers as being rivals both on the track and off the track. but I'm sure that's not the case. But perhaps good friends with most of your biggest rivals, if I could call them that.
Well, you know, if I was to do a triathlon with another racing driver, I'd want to beat him. He'd be the only person I'd want to beat. I was out running with Nico Rosberg. Well, I wasn't out.